Dave Gardy here for Golf Center TV at the Washington Golf Center, where today's lesson is downswing, plane, and delivery. And to demonstrate, Mr. Kirk Lucas, teaching pro, and Jenny Sue, two-time NCAA All-American. Take it away, Kirk.
All right, Jen, it's the middle of winter. We're not concerned about how far the ball goes. We're going to ingrain some really good habits here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do your drill where you stop halfway down, check your swing plane, and then just go to impact and make contact.
Okay.
All right, what we're going to look for here is when Jenny stops, we're looking for a few things in her golf swing. So go ahead and stop there, Jen. Now, we're looking for a couple things. We want to make sure that this shaft is not too flat, which would mean it's pointing way outside the golf ball and below her right arm or outside her forearms, or too upright where it's now pointing more at her toe line and too straight up and down. She's looking for that ideal mix right here. What she's also done is she's created a nice stable body position where she's actually sat in her legs, and it's a very powerful position. It's anything that you would see an athlete do. From here, she can explode with her hips, she can explode with her legs, her torso, her core, everything. So what we're going to do is just get in the habit of doing this, and then from there, she'll just let her body pull the club to impact, feel the good, crisp, clean contact, and that will be the drill. Very, very simple drill, no pressure on her wrists, no pressure on her body, and a really good way to learn to deliver the golf club to the ball correctly. Good. Couple more. Now, what you can notice from this view is when she stops, go ahead and stop again, Jen, is you'll notice that the club's at least 90 degrees between the shaft and her forearm, so she's got a late release. She's got a lot of wrist hinge here. The club face is nice and square where you can see the grooves pointing at you. The toe of the club's here. If the grooves were pointing down, it would be too close. If the grooves were pointing up this way, it would be too open, so her face is in a nice square position. And then now she just has to rotate her body to make contact. And you can hear the solidness of the hit. Now, if you'll go ahead and come around this way and look from behind, you'll get a good view of that. One more of those, Jim. So for those of you at home, go ahead and stop halfway down. The shaft's in a beautiful position here, very much parallel to her shaft angle at address. This would be too flat over here. This would be too upright in here. And if we looked at the club face position up here, that face would be too closed, and this face would be too open. And just like the three bears here, Jen's got it just right. It's dead square. Now, go ahead and start all over. Do the drill one more time. Good, and just swing through. Now, let's do a couple incorrectly, Jen, and let's show them the result of what would happen. So this time she's going to stop, and the shaft will be too flat. Good. Now from there, she's going to start the ball to the right, and she's going to tend to hit the ball thin. So go ahead and swing through. And notice how the club didn't have enough down to get down to the golf ball. So if she made a perfect swing, she would get a bad result from that position. So she's not going to do that. Now do the next one where the club's too upright or too steep. Good. Now go ahead and swing through. And now you can hear how hard she hit the turf. And that's what a lot of people who slice the golf ball do, who divots go to the left. The club's too upright, it's too steep there. Now, those obviously aren't any fun, and we don't ever want her to experience those again. So we're going to go back to correct. Beautifully done. So you can see how her balance is great, the sound of the impact is great, her shaft angle is right on, and that's what gives her a lot of distance and a lot of accuracy. And that's today's lesson, downswing, plane, and delivery. Thanks, Jen.